rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge of Allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Sacramento, roll call, please.
Mr. Stahl?
Present.
Mrs. Reed? Here. Mrs. Mitchell?
Here.
Mr. Myers?
Here.
Mr. Trombley?
Here.
Dr. Krebs? Here. Mr. Birchfield?
Here. Do we have a motion to approve tonight's agenda as presented? So moved. Moved by Mr. Stahl.
Support.
Support by Ms. Reed. Any discussion? All those in favor signify by aye. Aye. Any nays? 7-0. This opens our first call to the public tonight. If anyone wishes to address the board, please step to the podium. We ask that you state your name, address, and limit comments to 3 minutes. No one's rushing up there, so we'll close call to the public, and we will move to the superintendent report. Dr. Gray.
Yeah, 3 quick things tonight. First, a lot of credit to Ms. Mosier's department and our coaches. Been taking a look at our PD coming up, and I think the schedule is one of the better ones we've had in quite a while. Cafeteria style plan and really a little bit for everybody out there, I think is going to go a long ways to getting people to professional development, relevant professional development that, again, I think will help not only the teachers and the support staff, but trickle down, obviously, our kids. So we're really excited about that. Got a big opening day coming up on the 21st. Really good PD that day with some social and emotional support. And then building meetings and some other pieces to it. So, again, kudos to Ms. Mosier and her department. Secondly, Dr. Gistinger has a report tonight. We've been in contact with Jessie from Baker Tilly, and she has a kind of opportunity, I think, coming down the road in terms of some financial refinancing pieces. So, we want to take a look at that.
Okay, so you have your place the Baker Tilly handout, and I just wanted to point you to page 2, which shows you that this is the bond interest rates over time, and you can see a downward trend here where bond interest rates are lowering somewhere between 1.31 and 2.12 right now. And the reason why this is important is because we are in the school loan revolving fund, and we have purchased negotiable debt instruments from the school revolving fund to the tune of about 3.4%. And so if you look at page 3, see the orange box there where it says school loan revolving fund? The black box is around the $8.1 million. We have one more payment to the school loan revolving fund of $11.5 million. And then we get into the repayment mode where we're paying back the school loan revolving fund. And so because our bond interest rates are so low right now, we could capture that borrowing from the school loan revolving fund and refinance it, if you will, at a lower rate. So that would help us pay them back faster and pay them back less. And so I wanted to have you flip to page 3, or actually it's page 4, Jesse's number 4. And in the blue box, you can see he's got our interest rates around 2.3 to 2.5%, which is still higher than the trending graph that we have on page 2. So that's a very conservative estimate. If you flip to the bottom of page 5, you're like, what's in it for me? You can see that our total net savings are $1,198,667. You flop on some extra interest savings, and on the right side, under the bottom of the blue box, our total tax collected savings would be about $1.3 million if we were able to do this. And so I just wanted to have this conversation with the board about this because there's a couple opportunity points for us. We don't have a lot of, so you know, the formula interest times the rate times the time. One thing we don't have a lot of is a lot of time because we really only have this one more payment left before we're done paying off the school and revolving fund. So we could refinance now. We could refinance if our new bond issue is approved by our voters, which is what I would suggest. because if we could just roll it all into one big transaction, we would defer closing costs and legal fees and things like that. But $1.3 million is a lot of money, but you spread it over our taxpayers, you know, it saves everybody kind of a little bit of money. But if we were to enact that and take the risk of waiting until November, we're not sure where the bond interest rates are going. So we could have a situation where they may increase a tiny bit. So it's kind of like a wait and see game, not necessarily something we need to move on right now, but just something to talk about for in the future if our November issue was successful.
We'll send you more information. This is just a quick heads up as we head towards the bond season in relation to that.
Is-
Great, thank you.
As you're putting together the additional information, I would love to see the difference in cost to the district if we try to go now when we know the bond rates are low versus waiting until November when we are hopefully doing a larger transaction.
Sure, so the issue with that is it would be purely speculative as to where the rates in the bond market are going to be. That's the only thing, so I don't know what.
And the only other cost would be, we'll get you the cost of what it would be legal fee-wise, because there is a sizable chunk that comes along. So.
And there's 577 public schools in the state of Michigan. I don't know how many are in the school loan revolving fund, where about 100 of these are affected by this unusual situation. And for those of us that have been public school finance for a number of years, we've all said, wow, well, we're never going to see this again. Like in our lifetime, it's kind of an opportunity in our careers. So something unusual, just a weird mix of events that are transpiring.
So in my update, I will send you some more specifics in terms of that. Just wanted her to introduce it.
Thank you.
Yep. The only other thing I have tonight is just a follow-up. Michelle Allison will be here with me next time to give you a special ed update. We said we would do that at the end of August. And so she's going to give, I'm assuming again, about another 10 to 12 minute presentation. Is that what you're looking for? Okay. It'll be a broad brush overview of our program. So we'll do that at the next meeting on the 26th. And that's all I have. Actually, I'm sorry, one more, Sharon, I'm sorry. Yeah, we were gonna talk a little bit about a position Sharon's working through right now to replace, so.
Oh, yes, we are putting together a panel to interview for the new assistant superintendent for finance position. I had reached out to a few board members that may have been part of the last process. I know that Mr. Meyer is not able to be a part of that, so I was just wanting to open it to see if anyone else would be interested in joining.
We have 2 that have accepted now. Obviously, we can have 3, but it's up to you. Just if you're interested, email Sharon and we'll work with you.
The date is August 23rd. That's Friday. The posting goes down on the 16th. Maria and I are going to screen candidates on Monday. And then we'll have a decision and we'll have those interviews on the 23rd. We're really looking to work backwards to make sure we can get it on for a future action and then an action and have some transition time before Dr. Stinger leaves. So we are pressed for time in terms of how soon we get to those interviews, and then with the opening day activities that limits our ability to find time during that week other than Friday.
What's the time requirement?
We're looking at about 8 to 3. It really depends on how many candidates we think are really legitimately capable of doing that. So, right.
How's the candidate pool look?
So far, pretty good. I know that there's a lot of recruitment that's happening.
We'll get some more this week. A lot of times we get them that last week. Yeah. So I'll give that, I'll probably give that in the update. And that's all we have.
Thank you. That moves us into, this moves us into 4 action. Item A, regular meeting minutes of July 22nd, 2019. Do we have a motion to approve? Moved by Mr. Myers.
Support?
Supported by Ms. Reed. Any discussion? Okay, all those in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Any nays? And then 2 abstentions. Item B is the special meeting minutes of July 25th, 2019, so this is our workshop. Do we have a motion to approve? So moved. Approved by Trombley, supported by Krebs. Any discussion? Okay, all those in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Any nays? 7-0. Item C, hiring of certified staff.
We recommend the below staff that are listed on page 8. Julie Corey, K-12 career facilitator district-wide. Diane Shandevil, Rachel Fox, Carly Hoffman, Kelsey Corrigan, and Danielle Edwards. They're science teacher at the high school, K-4 counselor, phys ed health at Scranton, grade 2 at Hilton, and a math teacher. We have our new teacher orientation next week where we welcome these staff members. And then 2 agenda items down, we'll mention a couple others. We're also watching our kindergarten numbers very closely. There might be one more section we have to eke out, because I think we hit 530 today. So we'll see what happens with that. We have to pull some drops, we have to pull some of our numbers. We are trending below the 20%. We talked about school choice, like a lot of residents we've seen in terms of that. And we figured we'd get those late, that the residents would come in. So we'll have final numbers for you, probably in the next week, week and a half, as we close out that section. But if we legitimately land near 530, I'd fall over in terms of that, because that was always one of our goals, was to hit 500. And seeing the influx of residents as well has been really interesting in terms of that. So, but we recommend these 6 people, and hopefully train them up really well on our new teacher orientation and our new mentor program that ended up in the contract. I'm really looking forward to for these staff members and the 2 agenda items down, and we feel like we've really brought on another group of stars, so we're excited about it.
Okay, any discussion? Did I make a motion?
Motion.
We have a motion to approve. Board of, Mr. Myers, Board of Ed. Mr. Stahl, any discussion?
Why are C and E separate?
Because they were hired at different times.
Okay, all those in favor signify by aye. Aye. Nays, 7-0. Item D, administrative staff retirement.
Yeah, we talked about this last time. We are wishing Dr. Gistinger well as she heads off into her retirement years. Almost 11 years of service to the district, and we recommend this with great gratitude.
Okay, do we have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Moved by, excuse me, Mr. Trombley.
Reluctant to support.
Supported by Mr. Stahl. Any discussion?
Are you really sure you want to do this?
Oh,
Good question.
yes.
We will miss you greatly. Thank you.
Yeah, I want to certainly recognize Dr. Gistinger for an unbelievable job you've done for this district. I don't know that everybody necessarily knows the situation when you came in. I think a lot of people probably have heard, but to really truly understand how grave of a situation the Brighton area schools was in financially and to where we're at today is nothing short of a miracle in many regards, and so much of that has to do with your efforts and the job you've done and the commitment to this district, and it's going to benefit our kids and our families for many, many years to come, and so you're going to be a very difficult person to replace in that seat, and we're definitely going to miss you. So, thank you.
Yes, I mean, Andy could have said it better myself, and the district will be forever indebted to your efforts in helping to turn it around, and it's really pretty amazing as we sit here today compared to where we were 10 years ago. So.
Thank you.
So none of us want to do this. We're just gonna hold out. All those in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Any nays? 7-0. Again, congratulations.
The district is in good shape. You need to feel good about that.
And it's much of what you've done to get us there, so thank you. Okay, item E, hiring of certified staff.
Yeah, our next crop of teachers and staff coming in, we're again very excited about. Ashley Grossfield, Council VHS, Lisa Kokab, grade 4 Hawkins, Whitney Osborne, Family Consumer Science, Kelsey Heatherly, junior kindergarten at Horning, and Teresa Lancione, grade 6 at Maltby. I would ask you too to look at some of the experience. I know we've had this discussion before that, go out and get the best is kind of your direction you gave us. And again, we're in the financial situation where we can, and we're recruiting hard. So again, I think all the people we've put in front of you throughout this summer are just going to be amazing. And we're going to work real hard through our mentor program and our new teacher orientation and all those pieces to support them and make sure that that happens. So thanks for the opportunity for us to go out and get not just all BA Step 1s, because that's happening in a lot of districts, but to go out and really recruit the best of the best and bring them here. A lot of these people as well have served at other districts for a long time, and we're stars there, just like the principals we brought in. So we're pretty excited as we move forward with our staffing. So we recommend this group of people, again, very excited.
Okay, thank you. Do we have a motion to approve? Moved by Ms. Reed, supported by Mr. Trombley. Any discussion? Okay, all those in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Any nays? 7-0. And for all of our new staff that were approved this evening, welcome and congratulations. We're glad to have you here in Brighton area schools. So, now the fun begins. All right, item F.
On a bittersweet note, Rocky Roberts, 6 years of service to the district, has taken a position launched from a community college. We kind of figured eventually he'd get stolen from us because he's, again, outstanding. The good part is he has been working with Mr. Johnson, Mr. Vecchione, and the high school staff for a while on a possible replacement because we knew that this could happen as he was tied to Washington doing some evening classes. So it's posted. We're going to take a look at the resumes we get in. We hope the person that he had ties to or had recommendations for also applies. The reason it's right for action tonight is because we're also moving forward very quickly with this in terms of that. We want to get it staffed and ready to go for the first day of school. I know Ms. Irvine's been working very hard on this one as well. And again, I didn't say it earlier, but kudos to Ms. Irvine to hit the ground running in terms of postings and processes and these types of things. It's been seamless, and I really appreciate it. It means I don't have to do it, which I really appreciate it. But she also does it at an incredibly high level, so that's been a wonderful piece as well. So a lot of these things are coming right to you, and you're getting a lot of great candidates. Again, I would give a lot of attention and praise to her department and her personally for working hard on this as well. We reluctantly recommend you accept his resignation, and then we'll move forward and make sure it's stamped.
Okay, do we have a motion to approve? Moved. Moved by Mr. Trombley.
Support.
Supported by Ms. Reed. Any discussion? I'll just say that this is a tough individual to lose from the district. He's been another just phenomenal staff member of ours, and has led a program to top-notch status on many levels. So
We hope he hates it at Washington.
well, so anyways, I know he's not here this evening, but if you're watching the video or if he's hearing through the community, it's with deep appreciation for Mr. Roberts and everything he's done, and additionally best wishes, but he certainly would be welcome back with open arms if he so desires. So
Don't forget we took him.
yeah, well, that's true. That's a good point. That's a good point. All right, all those in favor signify by aye. Aye. Any nays? Passes 7-0. Okay, that closes for action this evening and moves us into for future action. Item A, summer tax collection. Dr. Garrett, is that Dr. Gistinger?
So you have in your packet the resolution for the summer tax collection for action at our next meeting. So we always approve this every year. It has to be approved by the end of the calendar year, and what it does is it creates the situation where we can collect 100% of our operating mills in the summer, and then we collect the other 100% of our debt mills in the winter, balances your tax bill out a little bit, speeds the inflow of cash to the district, And so we just have to have this approved by the end of the calendar year. So I'm putting this in your packet now just to kind of get through a lot of the housekeeping type administrative resolutions that we annually do, so that whoever does have my job doesn't have the pressure of having to deal with these things and can relax a little bit and keep moving.
Any questions? Maybe taxes, everyone wants to move forward on
Quickly.
that. Yeah,
At least we're not raising our rate.
that's right. That's correct. Okay, item B, donation, VHS Girls United Hockey Team.
If you recall, about a year ago, we created the BHS Girls United Hockey Team. This was a club that was born out of the high school level. Did very well last year. Latitude Digital, again, a company very invested in this. I'm assuming a parent of one of the players is on this, has graciously donated $3,000 to be used for this hockey team, and so we present it to you tonight. And we'll ask you to vote on it 2 weeks from now.
Great. Any discussion?
Can you say a little bit more about what the United Hockey Team is? How is that different than?
It's a club
Is it
sport.
just a club? Is it
Yep.
a club?
Yeah, it would be like our mountain bike team or a bass fishing team or something along those lines. I'm not sure if MHSA has a female hockey portion yet. A lot of it's club, and we have a lot of interest. A lot of our girls play hockey in Brighton, and they play on club teams. It was a kind of natural fit for us to have our own team, and it came together as a united team last year through the normal club process.
Mr. Thompson, does MHSAA have a sponsored
No, they do not.
girls hockey program?
It's been on the list of their emerging sports survey for, probably about the last 5 years. So Livingston County's kind of been leading the way in that end, but at this point, the numbers probably aren't sufficient for them, as you say, to bring it on board.
We just didn't want to deny anybody an opportunity. And we saw a chance, so we took it. Worked out very well last year, and I think you're seeing support now following up. They wanted to see it go down well, so we're excited about the future.
Any other questions? All right, that will move us into board committee reports, Board of Ed bulletins.
I'll put it up there. The next meeting for facilities, August 20th, will that be right? Next Tuesday?
I think so.
Okay,
I'm working a day or two ahead right now,
I got
so
you.
a little busy.
All right, so we'll set it up for August 20th.
I think I saw it on my calendar today.
That's at 6, right? It's a high school?
Yeah.
Yes.
If you could give me some, I don't know. If you could give me some agenda items that we do have it on that day, and it would have to be limited to an hour because I have to set up for opening day the next day at 7 o'clock that night.
Take the opportunity, if there's any board member wants to discuss it, then just get an email.
The only thing I can really think of might be prudent to review some of the factual brochures and flyers that we're putting together right now for the potential bond. They've already gone to True, and I have all the responses back, so they're making edits to it today.
The Health, Safety, and Policy Committee should be starting up again in September. I don't know if we want to stick with our same third Monday of the month or switch to something else, so I'll send around an email so that we can coordinate what our first meeting is. Sure, or think.
Another day.
Okay, I'll send an email.
And I'm gonna put Ms. Reed and Mr. Trombley at the end of this meeting for us to reconvene on Dr. Gray's contract, so that we can bring that back forward here very soon.
As far as the HR Finance Committee, we talked at the last meeting about pushing that out to September-ish, I think.
I think it might be nice to have it mid to late September transition.
Right.
you know, to have maybe Dr. Gissinger and the new person there as well. We can talk about the auditors are here this week, and then go from there.
So maybe next meeting, we'll try to target a potential couple of dates.
That makes sense.
Do we have a date set yet for our next board workshop?
No, but I can send it out if you'd like.
Let's do a doodle poll.
Yeah, let's do that. Knowing the fall months, it gets crazy, so let's see if we can get something locked in.
Well, that would be the last one before the first of the year, right? Scott, Memorial Week or something?
Yeah, I guess it would be, wouldn't it? Yeah, so probably October-ish. I think we should, it'd be better to get it done now than try to find a date. As the fall months take over. Okay. So yes, that would be the last one. All right, any other board committee reports, board of ed bulletins? No? Okay. Our next meeting is Monday, August 26th, 2019, will be a regular board meeting at 7 p.m.